Okay.
Thank you for tuning back in to Chaos Culture Radio. This your boy Prince Hakeem. I got my main
this
man.
Must say Ronnie Ron. What's going on, baby?
What they do, man, back from another powerful interview with the Unfazed gang.
Hell yeah. That thing, bro, I had a drink in my hand. I had to put it down on the table.
No, definitely. Them boys was inspiring. You know, very inspiring.
Yeah,
I learned so much from them. But
yeah, man.
Ronnie, like, what me and you gonna talk today, man, it's gonna get us into some heat, especially me.
I know it's gonna get us heat, but remember we gotta get shout out to the sponsor, man. We can't be doing it without getting. Come on, I can't. This is like the
thank you. ShopLikeAKing.com. ShopLikeAKing.com. Coupon code Chaos. I just spoke to the sponsor today. They got a new shipment of exercise bikes for a lot of you ladies who's trying to slim down. They got binoculars and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a real certified business. And, you know what I mean, you'll get 20% off. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
But do you tell them that there's people overseas that actually listening in because they want to know, can you get straight internationally now?
They ship overseas.
Nice.
They ship overseas. You know what I mean? If you're in the more, and I need to be more specific about that. If you're in a more westernized country, we can get it to you real quick. You know what I mean? I'm talking about London, Canada, places like that. You know what I mean? For our brothers in Kenya and the Ganges River, it's going to take us some time. We need to get the logistics together, okay? You know what I mean? But this is a certified business, shoplikeaking.com. Okay, so
awesome.
Now the top, you see, now mind you,
I'm breathing because I already know what it's about.
Yeah,
oh man.
And mind you, and the reason why this topic is so important because there's a guy who I follow, Kevin Samuels. He did this topic the other day. He talked about single mothers getting high value men. And he went in, and I think that now he speaks for the top 10%. Now we're going to speak for the rest of us. Me and Ron can speak for the rest of us because Ron, you've dated single mothers before, have you?
All the time, boy. When I mean headache after headache,
headache after headache.
Oh man,
you usually
I'm just
never
being
know.
real with you now.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just being real with you now. It was headache after headache. So
same here. And mind you, we're not talking about all single mothers. I got to put that disclaimer out there. Because, you know what I mean, black women tend to usually think that when we speak on certain topics, we usually try to generalize everybody. No, there are outliers out there. But for the most consensus of the group, you know what I mean, there is issues dating a woman who have kids. You know what I mean?
Yes. Because the reason why is because they're we're going to go into it, the reason why. But
yeah, we're going to go into the reason why and why we recommend guys who do not have kids. Let me be specific. I'm only talking about guys who do not have kids, not to talk to mothers, but these are parents. These are nothing offense for y'all. And I know a lot of you women who have kids like to talk to guys who don't have kids because they can give you a bunch of their attention. But a lot of you women don't know what we have to sacrifice to be with y'all. And you'll never be number one in their life. Never. So that's why I recommend for a lot of single mothers to work out whatever issue you got going on with your baby daddy to repair that broken home.
Right. So my issue with them, my number one issue with dating a single parent, okay, you're never gonna be the priority.
Preach.
You're never gonna be the priority. So, for example, you're gonna be like, this is the excuses that single parent women use. They be like, oh, I gotta go to work. I'm tired. I gotta get the kids ready for school and this and that. So when you come in like, baby, you know, I want to spend time with you. No, my kids are there. So it throws you off mentally and it wears you out.
They're mainly good for a late night session. That's usually the only time you can come to the house.
I'm just being real with you. That's the only reason. Yeah, that's the only reason why I go over there.
Smash your rellies. Smash it up.
That's it. And I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real with you. That's why most of the single parent woman is always single. That's why they're single.
And they stay single.
Because they're not going to put the man as a priority. They're like, no,
kids
come first. My kids come first. My kids come first. Go ahead.
Basically, let me give you the hierarchy. First and foremost, most of these women put God before their man, and you know you're not supposed to do that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? If we really go down to the doctrine of God. And secondly, after they put God first, then it's their mother. Because most of these women put their mamas before everybody. Then it's their kids. And you better pray she does not have a pet.
Oh, no, one of my homeboys was telling me about that. It was a girl he was dealing with. She had the kids and the dog, and she didn't even want to let the dog go outside.
Basically, you usually 5 or 6 or maybe 8 or 9 after the pet. Women tend to go get their dog food before they feed their man.
But why is that though? I always want to know why is that.
You know, I mean, a lot of these girls come from broken homes, come from single family homes, and they never been under the submission of a man. So, and they don't have a history of dealing with men. And so when they get into these relationships with certain guys and they having these kids, you know what I'm trying to say? They try to formulate their own thoughts. And this is why you have a cycle of young girls being raised without fathers, not knowing or not being raised to be wives. You know what I'm trying to say? And being raised to be baby mothers. No, and mind you, I'm not saying this to disrespect anybody. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? Me and you, we had the pleasure of being in a 2-parent household. And mind you, not everybody's blessed for that. But the thing about it is we're trying to tell you, ladies, if you do not correct an issue now, and I'm talking for the ladies who are 21, 23, 18, we have especially coming from where we come from in Miami. And there's no disrespect to Miami. This is the city of baby mamas.
It is.
You can meet a girl 23 here and have 4 kids, 25 and have 6 kids, 29 and have 10 kids. This is the city of baby mamas. So what we're trying to tell you, if you do not want to die alone or be a side chick, a permanent side chick, or a foster girlfriend, had to bring that out the book.
Bring it out, baby. Bring it. Let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Be a foster girlfriend. You need to make sure you start identifying who you're talking and use contraceptive. If you're not talking to men that are not marriage minded, why should he be able to hit without a rubber?
Facts. Preach. And to piggyback what you're saying, it's true because if the man have a mindset of marriage, he gonna know how to cultivate the woman.
No, 100%.
How to mold her how to mold a woman. Even though she have a child, he can mold her into the right place or where to go. Because most women want to be submissive. Okay, we know that. Women by nature are submissive. But the problem is the type of man they are dealing with is weak-minded men. Because you know they can't deal with a man like you. You know they can't deal with a man like me.
No. And let's be honest, I used to be a beta man.
Yes,
I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I've had plenty single mothers play me. This is the reason why I've strayed away from dealing with them point blank. Period. You can't step to me if you got kids. I won't step to you for you had kids because you want to know why. A lot of y'all are very manipulative, and mind you, I'm only talking about the ones that I know. I'm not saying to everybody.
Yeah,
I've had women use me women use me for a number of things that help benefit them and their children. And at the end of the day, they're not as honest enough to say that, hey, I don't really like you like that. But you want to use me for a money grab. And this is why, for real. Yeah. This is for a money grab. You know what I mean? You could just be honest and just say, sorry, you're not my type. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to say. Yeah. Sorry, you're not my type. That's all you got to tell her.
But the problem is she ain't going to tell you because remember, she's already single. She's already lonely.
Yeah.
She needs someone to cover up that space that she's lacking. That's why she's not going to tell you that. So I want to tell people most of the time, it's by nature women lie. Let's keep it real. By nature, women lie.
For the most part.
But it's the man's nature to tell the truth. It's our nature to tell the woman that, listen, you are conniving, you are a manipulator, baby, be gone.
No, definitely.
See what I'm saying? And I learned that from Kevin Samuel. Shout out to him because that dude is the truth, man. He's the godfather of the game.
No, Kevin Samuel
is some truth, boy.
Kevin Samuel is the godfather, and he's always he's the reason why we're actually awoken now. And we're actually not playing no games, and we're actually telling people. And he says this, and I want to just reiterate: how value men are not dating women with kids. They're not. What I mean? Like you have 2 or 3 kids, car notes, and all that. That's a messy situation for guys who are getting money.
Exactly. Now that, because they remember high value men look at their finance. They remember they're very manageable, so they manage their own finance. They're not gonna be like, you got 3 kids plus a car note plus a woman, that's dealing financially struggling. He's gonna look at that and be like, hell no, that's a dump in my finance.
No, definitely.
They're not gonna do that. Now they'll sleep with you.
Oh, all day.
Until you're front.
All day. You're in by 5 and out by 9.
Yeah. and they're gone. But
Basically.
they'll be like straight up, that's all we doing, and that's it. And the women get mad. They're like, this man's a dog. He's not a dog.
No.
Because he's telling you the truth.
Basically, and here's another point that I want to put out too. And this is why it just doesn't work for men to get with women who already have an established a broken family. Most of these women are not going to even let you discipline their kid.
But you got to understand something. That's not your kid. That's what they're going to say. That's
but let me ask you a question. Okay, you're right. But let me ask you a question, Ron. If you're in the house with this girl and you're paying 100% of the bills and this kid act up, don't you think you have the right to correct him, his behavior?
Yes, sir. Hell yeah, yes I do. Yes I do.
But dealing with a lot of these chicks who have kids, they say no, you can't tell him what to do. You can't spank him or beat his ass, but you're paying 100% of the bills.
And that's why you as a man got to make a decision and say, you know what, I'm getting the F out of here. You know
definitely.
So,
and not deal with them. Deal with people on your level.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This might be kind of vulgar, but sometimes a single parent mom pussy be good.
They be the wettest on the market.
Exactly.
They be the wettest on the market. They be the wettest on the market.
Exactly. So it be good. So most men like, hell, I don't want to lose this opportunity. So I'm gonna just deal with her, deal with the kid, and then let her deal with the kids. Don't worry about it because the vajayjay is good.
Yeah, but tell me how much headache that you encountered after you get with them.
Oh, a lot of headache.
How many times you called and say, hey, when can we chill? And you say, hey, I don't have a baby. How many times you get tired of hearing that? How many times you get tired of that? You get tired of them telling you that, oh, my kids come before anybody. When in the Bible, if you study the hierarchy, what God has set for you, and this you hear this from a lot of women that go to church. They put their kids before anybody, and they make their sons into their boyfriend.
But remember, you gotta understand something. Like you said, the father's not being home, the father figure is not there. So they don't have that structure. They don't have that guidance when it comes to the man side. They only got the feminine part, but they don't have the man masculinity part, and that's what most of people.
Now, definitely, I gotta give some outliers here because I don't want people to think we're just ramming off on a tangent. Now, there are outliers. Now, here's a true definition of a single mom.
Go ahead.
This is gonna hurt a lot of people. What I'm about to say. Now, if you was married and all your kids are by the same guy and he died, that technically says you're a single mom.
Correct.
You've been married and, you know what I mean, and you're left, you know what I mean? This is the type of situation where you could look at him and say, hey, let me assess what her situation is if she's able to date or have time to give. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, here's where you are a baby mama. When you've been pregnant longer than a relationship.
Woo! Ooh. I didn't know that part. That's something new to me. I didn't know that. So a baby mama is someone that's been pregnant longer than the relationship. So for example, I meet a girl, we have sex, she get pregnant tomorrow. Now she's a baby mama.
She's a baby mama. Because you only known her for you only been in a relationship 2 months. Now she's about to have a baby, and the baby's longer than a relationship.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I can understand if you was with her for 2-3 years and she got pregnant and, you know what I mean, you had a baby in 9 months, but you've been together for 3 years.
Wow, you said something, a lot of guys are going to be shaking their head. They're like, I didn't even know that.
I want them to say it, because the thing about it is, what me and you preach here is focus on your purpose.
Yes, correct.
Focus on your purpose so you can get you a high-value woman, somebody that's feminine, inspirational, and beautiful. It's feminine, beautiful, and inspiration. That's an acronym by Kevin Samuels, FBI women. You need somebody feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. Somebody who's marriage-minded, who's willing to take the backseat to her man, who's ready to be in the submission of her man, and who doesn't have no kids. And she's cooperative. And she doesn't look at submission as being oppression. Most single mothers had to be the man and the woman, so they're not going to come in a situation and be submissive to a man that they haven't had there be stable for a while.
Wow, man, you saying a lot of these stuff. You teaching me, man.
No, definitely.
Prepared. You prepared, boy.
No, definitely. And this is why you have guys like me who, you know, statistically 56% of African American male are single and childless in America. And that's for a high number of reasons. You know what I'm trying to say? Some of us don't being incarcerated in that, but also not having an income. And you know, I mean, a lot of us are just not trying to do this whole thing, because let me tell you something. The available product that's in abundance here in the dating market is women with kids compared to women without kids. Because and I'm gonna be honest with you, Ron, and this is gonna sound, women our age have kids now. We have to date a little bit younger to find a woman who don't have a kid. And especially if we trying to date somebody in their 30s, she's gonna have more health risks dropping a baby.
Yes, that's when they become low value market. Because their value start going down, start diminishing. Yeah,
no,
that's why
definitely.
guys our age start dating younger.
Correct. Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people are gonna get mad and say, "What about guys who have kids and stuff like that?" Here's the thing: a guy who has a kid is 100% more likely to get a mate that doesn't have a kid and be in a long-term relationship. You know what I'm trying to say? Because he doesn't have the kids attached to them. Most women always take the kids. They don't let the man take the kids. You know what I mean? True. So this is why he has more of an opportunity to find a long-lasting relationship. Most, you know what I mean? And I got to say this again. The biggest consumers of black women are black men. It doesn't matter what you think. It matters what we think. And when we come seek one of y'all, that's when it starts to become that. You cannot set demands. You could set demands. You could give us ultimatums. But at the end of the day, it's at our discretion who we want to be with. And you cannot get mad about that. A lot of you women, especially a lot of you single mothers, are very, very shallow. And, you have these standards even when you have kids. And you still knock out people who you potentially could be with. Because there's a couple beta males out there who will pick up you and take care of you and the kids. And you'll run all over him. You know what I mean? And he'll just be potentially a roommate. Your kids will never respect him. And they say, yeah, that's my mother's dude. That's that's my mother's dude. That's John. That's my mother's boyfriend. Yeah. You know what I mean? Y'all could be married and the kids were free. Yeah, that's my mother's boyfriend. He ain't nobody.
Preach. No, man, you speaking gold right now, man. Like, boy, you speaking gold. But a lot of men gonna be listening in. They're gonna be woken by this podcast today because you speaking nothing but jewels, man.
Definitely. And I'm not saying this to trash anybody. I'm telling you, ladies, fix your broken home. Whatever you left your baby daddy for, unless if it's for some domestic violence and stuff like that, you need to work on keeping your home together. Because you're going to have a hard time coming into the dating market, getting somebody. And mind you, why would you damage other people knowing that you can't fully dedicate yourself to somebody?
But my question for you is, because I'm thinking right now, because my question for you, some women can't go back. They can't go back. So what you want them to do? Stay single?
Matter of fact, you're going to have to stay single until your kids turn 18.
Ooh. Wow.
Because let me tell you something. What a lot of us guys want, single mothers can't provide. You don't have the time. You don't have the time. You don't have the mental space for it. You're going to tell us to work with you.
Yeah. That's how they say this.
You're going to tell us to work with you. You're going to tell us that, hey, you got to work around my schedule. Then why don't you get back with your baby daddy so your schedule could be fixed?
But when you say get back with your baby father, you mean back in a relationship or him just co-parenting?
No, back into a relationship. You listen here. Kids benefit more when there's a two-family household.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? And sometimes women leave these dudes for nothing, for less of nothing. You know what I mean? And I know cheating is a big thing for y'all and stuff like that. Women cheat now. Still, fight for your family.
I agree.
Fight for your family, ladies. Because let me tell you, some guys like us, we're focusing on our purpose. We're starting businesses. You're not going to be at our top pick because you want to know why we dealt with y'all when we was broke and it was nothing but a headache. You left a lot of us with bitter mouths in our taste. You was like, yo, why didn't even take, you know what I mean? Take a time.
I agree.
How can you be submissive to a man when you got 3-4 kids running around and they not his? And you going to feel uncomfortable to bring them around. Why don't you just go back and work out with your baby daddy? And don't shame us for dating younger women. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you something. And I'm not saying all single mothers, because there's some single mothers who are able to do it. But for the most of the time, you're more capable of devoting yourself into a relationship when your kids are older and out the house.
But what happened if the baby daddy's married? So what the guy should do? What happened if the baby father's married? So what happened? The guy should do polygamy?
No. Even though I support polygamy, because I think polygamy will stop a lot of broken households. Because let me tell you something. 80% of you women share men already.
Facts. That's fact, and that's proven. Yes.
You share women already, you know what I mean? And that's the point. You know what I mean? I'm only speaking for myself and Ron. I know you can attest to, I'm not even say her name. I remember you was going through some things with that joint.
Yeah, I was. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that was, you know what I mean? And mind you, like we're good dudes and we've done devoted ourselves to do things. And after you have a circle, you know, a lot of women would say, "Oh, that's the wrong woman you picked. That's
Yeah,
the
I
wrong
was gonna
woman you
say.
picked. Did you judge her?" I'm like, yo, these people didn't have worse things happen to them. They just did what they felt like they was needing. You're never a priority in these women's lives.
No,
Their kids
but a
always gonna
woman
come
that's single,
first.
yeah, but a woman a woman that don't have no kids, she's gonna make you a priority because she's thinking about building something with you.
100%. She doesn't have nothing,
That's
so
fact.
so you could talk to her and understand where she's going. Y'all can build likes and y'all can start building your own family.
Fact.
But you know what I mean? But here, this is a lesson for a lot of the brothers too. For you to get these kind of women, you got to focus on your purpose. Because, and I tell this too, a lot of you guys who settle for single moms because you can't go out here and get you a woman with no kids. Because a lot of these guys who get with single don't have no kids. I know y'all might say, I'm trying to stir men away. I'm trying to make men to be happy, and I want your kids to be happy. A lot of you guys got to go out here, focus on your purpose, and be the best version of yourself. So you can go out there and get you a woman where you can build your own family.
Man, you speaking jewels.
No, you know, definitely, because you get tired of that. You get sick and
You
tired
do
of
get
that.
tired. You get tired because the women. Because now, remember, since the feminine movement, a lot of women disvalue men a lot, especially the good men.
No,
definitely.
The
good man, the high value man.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna break down what I've been through, and this is why I started suspending. I've taken, just like if this was a dating app. I check off women with kids. Let me tell you what I've been through. I've had women with kids use me for rides, drop their kids off to school. I've paid for summer fees. I paid for school clothes. But when I ask for a piece of sack, kids, now mind you, we can't do nothing right now. The kids are asleep. Matter of fact, it's a school that you can't come over, Hakeem.
Preach.
Now, mind you, I'm helping you pay for school fees. I'm not even their daddies. That must tell you I must love kids.
Yep. And they still see you as a scumbag.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Not even a scumbag, a play toy. A raggedy doll. You know what I mean? You come less. He said he'll be all right. He don't need a piece of sack. We're visual creatures. We're physical creatures. You know what I mean? I'm spending my time and resource on you. You know what I mean? You never know. I might have wanted to put your son in some Jordans. You know, I don't want to talk all over. Matter of fact, let's hit the sponsor one more time. ShopLikeAKing.com, Chaos Culture Radio, ShopLikeAKing.com, or coupon code Chaos. You know, I'm tripping. But Ron, I don't want to talk over you. I want you to get your point on. I want you to get your point on your opinion, because you know we almost running out of time. And I feel like I've been running into a rant, and I don't want to feel like
no. Because the reason I allow you to go into a rant is because when you go into a rant, it's like the more truth come out, the more I learn. You understand? So when I learn from you, I keep learning and I share it with other people. And I'm like, yo, this man know what he's talking about. And now that is a good way for us to support Chaos Coastal Radio at the same time.
Definitely.
But also when it comes to single parent, like I told you, I dealt with single parent women all the time. It was like an ongoing thing. And everything you said hit numbers. Like I'm thinking about mine. I remember those moments, like sitting in the car and the woman like, I can't come out today, or you can't come over. You know, you can't spend the night. And it's like, damn. And now that, and when you got your own place, so you're like, man, you want them to come over, you want them to chill and vibe. You're like, nah, you can't do it because my kids are here. I'm like, crap. So it's like, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. So I understand a lot of men is going through what we be going through. So, but I love your method in a way of saying, you say, no more.
It's over with.
It's over with. You see what I'm saying? If she's not doing if she's not putting you as a priority, let her ass go.
100%. Go back to your baby's father.
Preach.
Work it out with him.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? Because right now, you know what I mean, you're at the bottom. You're actually at the bottom of the dating market. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. Because soon the guys see you got like 6 kids or 7 kids or 5 or 4, they're like, hell no.
Yeah, I be skipping right through them, where it says, "My son is my world. My daughter is my world. Can't live without my kids. I can't live without my kids." And mind you, most of the time, and let me ask you a question about this. Don't you notice when you talk to a woman who has kids, she never have no time to go out, and all she wants to do is just talk on the phone with you?
Yeah, and nobody, deep down inside, they be miserable. I think you already know that they be miserable.
Oh yeah,
like they be like, I need time for myself. That's why they be snapping. They be snapping. because they most of their life is spent with the kid, and it's a sad thing because I've seen women break down, literally mentally break down right in front of me, like I can't do this no more. My baby daddy, and you feel sorry for him because then you're like, damn, you want to help him out, but then they treat you just as garbage as the baby daddy.
No, definitely. This is why you should go work it out with your baby daddy, and it's problematic for us. That's why I say. That's why I say. That's why I say I don't even. That's why I say I think there should be a special app for women with kids. You should be on Tinder, Black, POF, or anything like that, just to waste niggas' time for phone time. We can do that with a therapist. We don't want to be on the phone with you.
You better copyright what you just said, because somebody's gonna take that idea and make.
Oh yeah. And I hope somebody take that idea and give me an idea. You need an app for baby mothers. For baby mothers who are just looking for phone pals, pen pals, like they used to have in Jet magazine. Because y'all ain't gonna have time to go on dates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You more than likely are gonna be a permanent foster girlfriend for when a guy comes smash it up until he finds his wife. Then you just move on to the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really what it is. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say on that, man.
Yeah. Wow, man. You preaching some facts, bro.
I didn't want to have to do it. I didn't want to have to do it to him, man.
No, I want you to do it because the more the truth is out there, the more we are aware. Our awareness will up because now we got the truth.
Yeah.
The truth will set us free, right?
Yeah, definitely. Go work it out with your baby's father. Don't, you know what I mean? Or go talk to some dudes who can understand what you're going through, who have kids. Leave single men with no kids alone. Stop using them.
I agree.
And single men, find women who don't have kids, who are still able to bear and who is marriage minded.
Yes, I agree. Man, wow, man, you ain't playing, man.
No, we're not playing with them. No, we're not playing with them. You got any final words?
Bro, my thing is take heed to what we learned today. Okay, write down notes. Do what you gotta do. You feel me? Bro, you said so much that it makes you think. It's like, damn, like
no, it
for
does.
real?
It does.
Just like really. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It does. Because you want to know why, though. A lot of people don't like to talk about this because they're scared to get ostracized or disrespected because the women are very cliquish and they support other women. So they're going to be like, oh, them dudes don't know what they're talking about. They just mad and they ugly and they broke. That's what they're going to say about when they hear this podcast. Or they mad, ugly, and broke and fat. They can't get no woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you have a lot of you women who think you got a couple kids, you're going to get you a high-value man. No, you might get the bus driver or the fry cook at Fridays. You're not going to get no man that's making $200,000-$300,000 with 3 kids and he can't spank your kid ass. Like, you know what I mean? Go work it out with your baby's father. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, wait till your kids get 18 where you technically can be single again. And maybe you can find somebody, an older gentleman who can accept you for you. You know what I'm saying?
But most men, I'm be honest with you, most men gonna be like, how can the sack is good? That's what they're gonna say.
No, I know that. And this is why you have a lot of men who tell another dudes, she got a couple kids, man. You can get that. You can smash her because you know what I mean. They already said she's a Spencer. You know what I mean? Focus on your purpose. This is my last words. Focus on your purpose. Men, focus on your purpose. Achieve what you need to achieve. Pick up some iron, put it down. Find you a hobby. Then find you a woman to get married to. And mind you, I know this sounds a little bit different from your typical red pill knowledge. No, find your woman to get married to. Because, you know what I'm trying to say? Because we technically, we are religious over here. When I say religious, but, you know what I mean, we're Christian. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And we believe in the sanction of marriage. You know what I'm trying to say? And find you somebody who's going to be submissive, who's not setting their ways, you know what I mean? And who's willing to change with you and grow with you in the situation.
I love that, what you just said.
Thank you, brother.
I love what you just said. You said find a woman that you can get married to.
Yeah.
Someone you get nice.
Yeah.
That's deep, bro.
That's what it's all about. You got to be marriage-minded at our age. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm not saying single mothers are not marriage-minded, but I'm just saying it's just problematic for men who don't have kids. And let me specify that. For men who don't have kids, it's problematic. You're going to have to date younger, 25 and younger. And mind you, if you find a woman who's young with kids, you stay away. That's caution's sign, like stop snitching. Stay away. Because you want to know why? If she's that age, she wasn't married, and she wasn't in an LTR, a long-term relationship, and she had a baby, the baby's 1 or 2, like, you shouldn't have to come into a situation already becoming a father. It's not fun. You know what I mean? That shouldn't have to be our responsibility. But when we do that, we tend to get hurt because you want to know why they don't make you number one. You make them number one in your life. You even make your family accept the other kid.
Yeah.
The women in your family are looking like he's a sucker. That's what the woman in your family said. Hey, he bringing that girl right here with these kids? What she did to him? Is the boom boom that fire?
I'm laughing because I was telling you what they gonna say. I'm laughing, man.
Like you playing stickball. You doing batting with the sun.
Bro, that what you said is straight facts, bro.
Yeah.
I'm laughing, man. Wow.
And let me repeat this again as a disclaimer. I'm not talking about all single mothers. You have some outliers where you could probably, that are feminine, beautiful, and inspirational, who can be submissive and cooperative, and their kids are not a problem, and they falling in line. But for the majority of parts, stay away. That's all I got to say. Chaos Coach.
This radio. We out.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.